I'm Mark Sandrell. In this video, I want to share with you the answer to the challenge interviewers love to issue and most salespeople dread. That challenge is, sell me this pen. This is a favorite tactic of Sales Extra founder and CEO Tony Martin. Unfortunately, he can't create the video himself because of illness. So, let's begin by asking why salespeople dread this question. Surely it's an opportunity to demonstrate confidence in their persuasion and selling skills. You see, that's why interviewers issue the challenge. What they're really saying is, show me your persuasion skills. Let me see what you'll be like in a challenging situation. Show me your reflexes to handle a difficult situation. They're not trying to trick you or make you feel inadequate. They want to see in real time what they are buying if they hire you. Over the years, I've issued this challenge to so many salespeople. Some have really aced the challenge and some cave completely. Either way, the real person is on display and a decision can be made to reject, coach to improve skills, or buy the experience. Oh, and by the way, finessing this challenge automatically puts you on the short list and directly affects the total package you may be offered. Now, I'm usually quite gentle when issuing this challenge and communicate the purpose or what I'm looking for, but even so, I've seen experienced salespeople get offended when they're asked to participate. They argue their credentials or how long they've been in sales, all to avoid responding. What does that tell the interviewer? It shouts two things. Firstly, they dislike being under pressure, and secondly, they don't have the reflexes to deal with the challenge. These people are most unlikely to go forward without a dramatic change in attitude. Simply put, they've been found out. So, learning how to deal with this challenge is the base platform in building self-confidence and enthusiasm to face challenging situations. Well, are you ready to learn the secret? Here it is. But unless you learn it so well it becomes a reflex, it won't give you a positive outcome every time. The situation starts by recognizing that our natural instincts when responding to this challenge is to tell. This is what it is. This is the advantage. This is what it costs. To control these natural instincts or habits, you must replace one habit with another. The antidote to telling is asking. You replace a feature, advantage, benefit, tell approach with a 7-question structured sequence that allows the customer to buy your concept rather than buy your product. The 7 questions are: what do you have now? This is a question that asks for insight into the current status quo. It's easy for the customer to answer and it gains some momentum in the discussion. Question 2. What do you like most about your current situation? Paraphrase the customer's response and follow with a question that checks for established preferences. The purpose is to demonstrate your interest in the customer's status quo, so it's vital that you listen to the response without reacting defensively, such as, "Oh, we can do much better than that." You will destroy momentum if you try to sell at this stage. Question 3. What would you alter or improve? Summarize the response to question 2 and either project the customer into the future or ask a question such as, business needs are changing every day. If you had the opportunity to start all over again, what do you think you would alter or improve this time? Question 4. Why did you choose that option as your biggest concern? Repeat the response to question 3 and ask inquisitively why that particular option was chosen ahead of any other. This challenges the customer to explain their response to you, and by doing so, they automatically reinforce their need for improvement to themselves. Question 5. Repeat the response to question 4 and inquire about what or who would be affected if it wasn't possible to have the improvement they wanted. Question 6 relieves the negativity. Let's get more positive and talk about the upside. What would be the benefits if you could? Summarize the downside and the effect, and ask similar to on a more positive note. If it was possible to, what would you see as being the greatest benefit? Summarize the previous 6 questions and ask, if there was a solution that provided those benefits, would you want to take advantage of it? Only use if questions that call for a response to their need for a solution, not for a buying decision. Do not say, if I could. Only say, if you could, or if it was possible. With these 7 questions, you'll also have to learn ALF communication. No, that's not our furry friend from TV land from many years ago. ALF is an acronym representing Ask, Listen, Feedback. Ask your questions using lead-in strategies that will create word pictures relevant to your desired response. Active listening encourages longer and fuller responses and promotes rapport. Feedback will paraphrase the customer's response and link your response to the next question. Okay, now you have the formula. Let's demonstrate these 7 questions with an excerpt from our e-learning course with our USA Platinum partners. In this video, the salesperson is attempting to gain a new business appointment, and the customer is a little hesitant. The sequence starts after the customer says, I think I'm going to need more information prior to meeting with you.
The purpose of asking you to view the video was to firstly see if you would be interested in knowing how we do this, and then to arrange a suitable time to meet. I have a spot available for an initial discussion on Monday at 10 a.m. How does that fit with your schedule?
I think I'm going to need some more information before I commit to meeting with you.
That's fine, Joanne. Probably the easiest way for me to explain what we do is to ask you a couple of questions. For instance, when I visited your center the other day, your receptionist said that she was a temp employed to clear the backlog of patient files. What sort of equipment do you have to print these?
I believe we're using flatbed scanners mostly.
Well, flatbed scanners are still pretty common. What was it about the system that attracted you to buy it originally?
I don't know really. Our IT guy suggested it and we've used it for quite some time now. The work's a little repetitive, but it's a simple process and anyone can use it.
Yes, they're very easy to use, and I can see why that would cut down on training time for anyone to use it. Let me project you into the future for a moment. Joanne, if you were to go to purchase a system today, what would you think you would alter or improve on a new one?
I'm not really sure. The only thing that I can think of is the speed. If we did it again, I would definitely increase the scanning speed.
That's a comment I hear quite frequently in medical centers. What made you choose speed as your #1 priority?
It's the backlog of patient files that we never seem to get ahead of. In fact, I think the backlog is getting even greater.
I can see why speed is such an important issue. Let me look on the downside for a moment. If you can't increase the speed, obviously the backlog will just get bigger, but it will also mean that you have to increase the temporary staff just to keep up with the demand.
I can see what you mean. We have a temp in for an average of 60 hours a month, and she's only just coping.
60 hours at just the basic rate adds up to a considerable cost over the year, doesn't it? Let's get more positive then and look at the upside. If you were able to increase the speed, what would be your major benefits?
Well, if we could increase the speed, we could finally get rid of the backlog of patient files. That would be a huge weight off our shoulders and would cut down on some of our overheads, of course.
So the #1 issue is the backlog of patient files that need to be scanned and stored. The reason you're having this issue is the speed of the current equipment, but the implications of the issue are a growing backlog of files and increasing costs for temporary staff. Joanne, if it was possible to resolve just this one issue, would it be worth 30 minutes of your time to meet and explore potential solutions?
Is that the sort of thing you do?
And much more. We've been exceptionally successful at solving these types of problems with both large and small medical centers. In fact, we recently saved Green Slopes an immediate $60,000 per annum with just one simple change in their process. The initial meeting is complimentary and will be designed to see if there are any other issues you may be experiencing but you don't want, and see if we may be able to help you fine-tune your systems and eliminate unnecessary costs. Was Monday at 10 a.m. okay, or would you prefer a little later, say 11:30?
Well, I can fit you in at 11:30.
Okay, 11:30 it is then. I'll send you an email to confirm our meeting. Thanks once again for your time, and I look forward to meeting you on Monday at 11:30.
I look forward to meeting you too. Thank you for the call.